We're gonna feed these worm farms. Okay, put that there. Well, this is a different view. You should come over here more. All right, we're just gonna feed. We're just gonna feed these worm farms, but instead of checking them first, I'm just gonna feed them. I'm gonna like organize the food first, because we've got a couple of interesting things going on here today. Let's start off with this. We're gonna need a lot more than that, but just for now, this is gonna be the perfect amount of cardboard. Let's get some of these open. Now, I let these are all food scraps. Oh yeah. Coffee grinds and some fruit. Some offcuts. Usually I freeze them and I just let these chill out overnight outside, so they're nicely thawed out. What's in there? Same avocado skins, kitchen offcuts, coffee grinds. Oof. This is vegetables. So we've got some lettuce, tomato in there. Ooh, same deal. Coffee grinds, food scraps, food scraps. Pasta. Sorry about the light. So in here is weevil pasta, or pasta that the weevils have been at. Yeah, it's a bit funky, but that's all right. I'm gonna take some of the pasta and I'm just gonna put it in here. This would just be like rice. So a couple of handfuls. That's gonna be a healthy amount. Seriously, we've got so much. Great. That'll do. I'll save the rest for the other worm farms. All of this is, I'm just gonna mix all of this up. Yo. Good thing I got gloves. All right, let's move this out the way. Let's check out some of these worm farms. Let's see how they're going. Everything's looking real healthy. And put that bin there. I'm just gonna get a couple of handfuls. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm just being conscious of the fact that we've got some other worm farms to feed, so I'm gonna leave that much there just for 3 other worm farms, which is gonna be perfect. This lighting situation isn't fantastic, but it's the one that I chose to go with. Crushed eggshells, just to help with the decomposition process, help break everything down. Okay, now I'm gonna cover all these worm farms up and put them back. Let's just go one more in there just for good measure. Great. Why is that paused? Now our worm farms are done. Great. You legends. Worm farms. So I found a local greengrocer that was happy just to give me a whole bunch of scraps, which is great because I haven't really tended to these worm farms in like a good month or 6 weeks. So yeah, I got 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's another one over here off camera that you can't see. You can see it though. I'm just gonna open them up so we can all have a look. Yo, all right. They're moldy, that's interesting. This one's empty. This one down here is a new one. So we'll come back to that. I did feed these not that long ago. Hey, what's up?
I went, you know what? I just keep finding stuff that needs to go.
Sorry about that. Just chatting with a neighbour. This cover, I think I fed these maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that. So I'm curious to see how they're all going. So hey, look, it's all pretty good. You can see like I've put in a heap of cardboard just because I was worried that, you know, things weren't, they weren't eating, but I think they're doing just fine. Okay, so the good thing is we've got all of this, this lettuce that we're gonna feed the worms with. I think this is gonna be good because the lettuce will, like, as it breaks down, it gets all watery, gives the worm farms a bit of moisture. They've got some fresh veggies to eat, which is what we need. There's heaps in here as well. So it's kind of a good hookup if I make friends with these greengrocers and go in there once a week and just buy some fruits and veggies, you know. So I might just put it all back on and just see how these worms are gonna go with all of this. I suspect they'd go well. Put that on top. Close all of these up. That'd be quite good. Back on the worm farms. Big feeding, but first we're just going to make some space. Let's get these lids off. So, if you'll remember, the last time we did this, was here maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I just put lettuce, just heaps of lettuce in here. And I think they've done quite well. I don't know if I put any in this one. Let's have a... Oh, yeah. Oh, it's great. They're doing great in there. Cool, that's good. Peel this back and have a look in there. That's perfect. That's great. So you can see they're starting to eat the these egg cartons, the cardboard. They love that stuff. There's still a little bit of lettuce left over, but I don't know if you remember, these were stacked. Like, I chocked them up pretty big and heavy. Look, it's all looking pretty good. They've eaten heaps of it. Could definitely wait a bit more to give it a feeding, but I reckon it's ready now. And we're here feeding them, so we might as well keep going. Let's have a look in this one. Similar sort of vibe. So like last time, I got a whole bunch of food scraps that I got from the greengrocer. Some of them are going to need a little bit of a chopping up, and we'll add the kitchen scraps in there as well. I don't have much paper today, but that's all right. We've got some crushed eggshells. I'll make some more paper and some more cardboard cuttings, but just for now, we're just going to do food. So, you can see in here, again, lots of really great lettuce. Just going to load up a handful here and there. Chop that up. That's going to go in the bin. Got some avocados here, you know, some fruits. So I'll chop those up. And I have 2 pumpkin halves. So I'm going to chop all that up as well. Get rid of the stickers if you want. It's a good idea to get rid of them. I mean, if you put them in, it'll be fine. They'll just be in there, but it's easier to get rid of them now than it is to go through everything and pick it out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this apple. Oh, there's a little bit of brown stuff. That's all right. I'm gonna have 2 halves. Damn it. That's gonna leave a bit of a mess. This is kind of like a reverse cooking show. There's heaps of lettuce here. I might as well get rid of some more in these bins. It's getting real mushy. Ugh. Real friendly on the hands. Right, let's chop this up. I could have also done this all within my own kitchen. It is a bit of a mess. I bet you if you just left that in there, the worms would definitely get in. The stem is the hardest bit. The worms will never eat it, and it's impossible to chop through with a knife. So don't try, because you'll hurt yourself. Oh, bruh. That is ripe. Oh, here's the rest of it. Goo. Anyway, that's everything fed. I'll show you. So this is what they're going to look like when I'm feeding them. Heaps of food scraps. So now you can kind of see in, I've got all this crushed eggshell powder. And I'm going to sprinkle it around. I don't actually know if breathing that stuff in is safe or not. And that's it. Now we're just going to put everything back. These little covers are getting pretty hammered because, I mean, here's the thing, is that they get eaten, they get wet, and like even right now, there's a few spaces here and there that I'm like, oh, could probably cover it up a bit better. But anyway, that's going to be fine. Let's put these lids down. And hey, that's us. Sorted. Done. They are getting real heavy. Ooh. I've already got some leakage going on over here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's get over here. don't want to touch it, but that's leaking. All of that food that's going into the worm farm is leaking. Great. We're just going to get all this food ready for the worm farms. This over there. Okay, we're going to start off with a whole bunch of cardboard in there. Coffee grinds, avocado skins. Same deal here, kitchen scraps. Then I've got these 3. Oh, it's wet. Someone actually once commented that I'm living off avocados and coffee, which isn't, you know, not that far off. Here's an interesting one. I've got a whole bunch of onion skins, so that'll be interesting. Ooh, and then some slimy, gooey, salady stuff. Come on. Ugh. Let's put that down there. So I've got some pumpkin. There's some stuff like this, which is just grapes. Some eggplant, more grapes. Oof, look at this watermelon. Worms love watermelon. There's a whole bunch of carrot. I'm just going to throw that in. A spinachy, a bok choy, something like that. I'm going to go back in with some big layers of cardboard as well. Watermelon. Watermelon. Be careful with your knife. Be careful with your knife. So I let all of this fruit and veg sort of sit outside for a couple of days. Now it's all gone very funky. Oh God, and then I'm just gonna, it's all fermenting a bit too. Oh, it's grim. And it's starting to smell like alcohol. Get that out there. I'm also gonna get rid of this stuff. This is a bit dark. I'm gonna lighten it up. Okay, I think that's better. Let's look through them all. That looks healthy. That looks healthy. That too looks healthy. Great, they're all looking really healthy. They've started to really rip through the lining. Huge clump of worms. Oh, there's so many of them hanging out here trying to get into this avocado. I might just let them in. There you go. You guys can have at that. Look, they're all doing what they should be doing. So, naturally, what we're gonna do is layer up these worm farms, cover them back up, and let them go. These are great for me because I've been wanting to get to this point where the worm farms are thriving. So we're just gonna feed them one last time, and then we're gonna do some experiments. Let's jump in. Oh, that's a big piece of watermelon. I've been gathering like lemon rind and the pith and all that sort of stuff because I reckon we're going to experiment to see whether the worms eat lemon rind especially. Oh, because we've been told by so many people that worms won't eat citrus, they won't eat garlic, onion, chili, bread, pasta, couscous, rice. You're supposed to be careful with that stuff. I want to do some experimenting with it, but the whole idea was I wanted to get these colonies cranking first. Now we're here and I've got access to like greengrocers that are throwing out all of this stuff. The colonies are really kicking off because they get heaps of really great food to eat. So I'm just going to make sure I give them a good healthy layer of food to eat from. It's a good mix of cardboard as well as organic matter. Remember, these worms will eat about a brick sized worth of food every week. That much in there is going to be fine for a week, but we're probably going to leave them for 2 weeks, you know, really let them eat everything up. So we might as well just load them up. I do have a couple of other worm farms to feed. Like we've got our $6 worm farm that is going to absolutely love this fruit and vegetable mix. All right, that's looking good. I'm gonna wash my hands and we're gonna hit it down with some crushed eggshells. The crushed eggshells are gonna go well in here, but the crushed eggshells are definitely gonna help us even out our pH. I do have some of these egg cartons. I'm gonna use these egg cartons and whatever this box was. So we're gonna load up some of them like this. Let's put the lids back on. And I'm really excited to see how this is gonna go over the next 2 weeks because these worm farms are getting pretty full, but I'm actually really keen to get these experiments started. I'm really keen to see how a healthy colony can take on a whole bunch of lemon rind. I'd really like to harvest the worm tea, but I don't have anywhere to really put it. Let me have a look. This is what I used to keep the worm castings in. There's one batch. There's another one. There's another one. So you can use this stuff obviously on your plants, but you can also put them back into your worm farm. You can put it in your compost. You can use this to water your plants with, as in like watering the bottom of your plant, or you can use it to spray down your leaves. That will help with pests and all that sort of stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but we've got it here and I'm just going to put it to the side. Great, done, sorted. Worm farm's fed. We're all very happy about that. I'm really happy because I'm looking forward to doing some experiments on this. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. Worm farm's done. Thanks you legends. Let's move on to the next one.